Merry Christmas, everybody. You know, one of my kids' favorite movies is The Polar Express. The Polar Express gives us the indication that Santa Claus leaves the North Pole at midnight, and I'm under the impression that he might be done delivering toys by 1 a.m., something like that. Okay, so as I was watching that movie, the history teacher inside of me was saying, whose midnight does he deliver all these toys at? Here's the thing. Our world has a population of 7 billion people. And so how does Santa Claus get all these toys to so many boys and girls all throughout the world? Well, I think I figured out a few things that are kind of important. There are 24 time zones all throughout the United States, okay? So in the United States, when it is daytime here, over in China, it's nighttime, okay? Does that make sense to you? Because the sun's on one side of the planet, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about Christmas Eve at midnight. Okay, Christmas Eve at midnight, right here, it becomes midnight first, way out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So that's where Santa Claus has to get into a sleigh, and he leaves the North Pole, and he shoots down, and he starts going to all these little islands out here by Australia, and he starts to give all the little boys and girls who have behaved really well, he starts giving them their toys. And as it finally turns midnight in Australia, okay, so he starts going to all of these cities and to all of these good boys and girls, and he starts giving them all of their toys too. Now, roughly at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the United States on Christmas Eve day, okay, on Friday, December 24th day, okay, about at that time, it's actually midnight in Tokyo, Japan, and Beijing, China. And that's when Santa Claus has to get going really, really fast. There are 1 billion people here in China. There are millions of people here in Tokyo, here in Japan, the world's largest city right here. Several of the world's large cities right throughout China. So Santa Claus is just going to be zinging all over the place, going crazy, trying to get all of these good boys and girls their toys. Now, as it gets a little bit later, it starts to get 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or so in China, so the world's going to be turning this way, it's going to just be becoming midnight in the world's other big, big country, okay? In India, there are 1 billion people. And so when it's about 2 a.m. in China, maybe 3, I'm not for sure. But when it turns about 2 or 3 a.m. in China, it's going to be midnight in India. And here goes Santa Claus all over again. He's going crazy trying to get to all of the boys and girls all throughout India. And I've heard many of them have really behaved this year. So Santa Claus is going to be really, really busy. Okay. So as Santa Claus finishes up India, he's going to start moving into the Middle East. Now, here's the thing. Way up here in Russia, pretty lowly populated. The Middle East, it's decently populated, but it's very scattered. So Santa Claus is going to be able to take a rest. He's going to be able to get all the boys and girls taken care of throughout the Middle East. But he does get to slow down a little bit. Now, he gets to his next major world city, Cairo, Egypt, right here. Cairo, Egypt has a massive population. It's one of the world's top 10 biggest cities. And Europe, it has a very steady population all the way across it. It's very, very dense all the way across. Up here in Northern Africa, very dense population. So Santa Claus is going to be really busy, just zinging all over the place, getting back and forth, trying to get to all the boys and girls. A city that many of us in the United States don't know a lot about is this little city right here. It's called Lagos, Nigeria. It's one of the world's upcoming major powerhouses. A lot of people are moving there right now, but it's a city where Santa Claus is going to be really busy. Now, here's the thing. As Santa Claus gets to the west coast of Europe and to the west coast of Africa, he gets all these good boys and girls their toys. He's finally going to get a little bit of a break. He gets about 3 hours to go back to the North Pole, make sure that his reindeer have ate enough food. He might even get a little snack, even though we all know Santa Claus has been eating all kinds of great snacks all the way across Europe and Africa, the Middle East. Asia, all kinds of goodies. And I bet they've been really different kinds of goodies. Like some people are feeding him cookies, some people are feeding him other things that are more appropriate to their culture, stuff like that. It's been some good stuff. Okay, so now here we go. We're going to start here in Brazil, okay? Brazil has several major big cities on this East Coast here. And so Santa Claus is going to have to zing all over the place, getting all of these kids their toys. And then, about an hour later, he's going to get here to the East Coast of the United States. New York City, and then, of course, which New York City is one of the world's top 10, but when it comes to population density, but all of this through here, the entire east coastline of the United States, a lot of people live there, and on top of that, really, really dense. So Santa Claus will work his way through the East Coast, finally getting here to the Midwest, to the mountain states, but here we go. We got to take a look at Mexico. Mexico City is number 5. On the world's population. Massive, massive city. And again, a lot of boys and girls have been behaving there. So Santa Claus is going to have to zing and zang all over the place trying to get all of the boys and girls their food. Finally, Santa Claus will make it out here to the East Coast, to the West Coast and finish up with Los Angeles. But as you can see, he does get a break because there's nothing in the Western Hemisphere really to speak of except a few little islands. So Santa Claus will be working his way. What I wanted to show you real quickly is that Santa Claus, he's actually going to get to the United States last because it actually turns into Christmas last in the United States. He's going to first start way over here because Asia gets Christmas first because of the way the world turns, then the Middle East, then Africa and Europe, then actually the tip of South America, and then the United States gets it. So Santa Claus's night, because he starts on one side of the world, he works and he uses the nighttime all the way across the world, all the different time zones. His night is actually around 18 to 20 hours long. It's not 1 hour or 2 hours, 3 hours like the movie makes it look, because he uses all the night times. He uses about 20 hours worth of night. Anyway, guys, that's how he does it. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.